Hello, poopsies, and thank you so much for joining me today. I actually have to make this whispered. I'll try to keep it mostly whisper format for this video today, okay? Since this is what Caroline has requested as part of their booking. This is a booking on my web page, TonyBomboni.com. So if you'd like to go ahead and sign up today, I would appreciate that very, very much. The link will be in the description in the comments section. Thank you to everyone signing up recently. So I'm just going to read their message that they sent to me in the booking form. So they're the one, I believe they're the one who also did the crystal video recently. So they booked 2 videos with me for the bonus 15 minutes that was on my newsletter for giving me permission to post public on my YouTube page. So that offer is probably now over by the time you watch this video. So that's why it's so important to sign up for my newsletter so you don't miss stuff out, okay? But they said, "Hello Tony, I saw your special offer about extra 15 minutes for any custom ASMR video that's allowed to be posted and decided to take it. Remember my first reading when I was unsure where to quit my job as a doctor and start working as a digital artist / illustrator. I'm going to do soft-spoken first while I'm reading their message, and then I'm going to switch to whisper for the reading, okay? Just so I save my voice, because I do a lot of videos and stuff. Well, I just did it. I wish to know what this next phase of my life holds for me." And congrats, Caroline, by the way. We all congratulate you on following what's in your heart. Even though it might be scary, right? You might feel scared. "And although I always wish you to be honest, I hope for an encouraging messages, even if the reading shows trying times ahead. I want to be prepared, but also full of strength for what's ahead. Since you will be posting this video, you could name it as ASMR reading for people changing careers or making tough decisions, especially from non-traditional ones. As always, I love whispering and I resonate more with traditional decks. But I also want you to pick a deck you resonate with, since I know you don't like traditional tarot decks that much. So please feel free to pick a middle ground that you're comfortable with. As always, thank you for the attention, Tony. Blessings for you and all your followers." Thank you. And oh my gosh, thank you as well, Caroline. We really do appreciate your kindness. So I'm going to start switching to a whisper now. So I picked the Crystal Visions Tarot deck. I know it's not traditional. It just drew me in. I couldn't help it, okay? And it's been a minute since I worked with this one. They have all the basic illustrations, like that's obviously the Empress, you know. And but this one I also picked the Astro Matrix Tarot. So obviously that's the world, you know. It just, cards that drew me in, that's the Tower. So I think that's a healthy middle ground. They're like, this one's pretty plain. It's just like colored pencil type illustrations. So nothing too flashy or crazy or dramatic. Okay, so I shall go ahead now and shuffle the cards for Caroline and my poopsies. We're switching careers. So whatever messages you watching this video, if it's drawing and resonating with you, drawing you in somehow, you know that's going to be also the messages for you as well, okay? So whatever really catches your eye. Some cards fell. Okay, so some cards fell, so I'll put these cards aside because that's important messages. So what's going on with Caroline and my poopsies? What about this new scary transition from being a doctor to, what was it, illustrator, artist? You said design? Let me look again because I don't want to pull words out of my mouth that don't exist. Yes, digital artist and illustrator. Yes. Okay, so what is happening here? Some positive messages. Well, there's some fear. I definitely have picked up on that. There's definitely fear involved. Yes, I'm filming at a different location. I like to switch it up. I get bored easily. So, yes. So here's the cards first and foremost that jumped out. So we have the Six of Pentacles, the Knight of Cups. Oh, I'm gonna switch to whisper. I apologize. I keep forgetting because it's so much easier to do soft spoken than whispering. But anyway, the Queen of Swords. I had to drink a lot of water. And the Four of Wands. Okay. So Six of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, Queen of Swords, Four of Wands. I'm sort of getting... It was hard to let go of the money. I feel like you had to invest some capital in your business or something to start off with, maybe with the website design or otherwise. You just had to sacrifice a lot to do what you love, to fulfill your passion. That's clear. And I feel like you're very strong. You're a very strong person, more than you may think or realize. And you do have the support of others, even though you're doing this solo. You have, maybe you're not. Maybe it's showing up as like you're actually going to work with somebody to make this happen, to make your dreams possible. You have a good head start. I do also kind of see that for you. It almost feels like it's not so much about will you succeed, it's like how long can you do this for? That's the problem. You know, I have no doubt in my heart that you will succeed in what you are setting out to do right now. You are on a mission and the goal will be accomplished, okay? Undoubtedly so. But for how long? You still have like temptation to go back to what you used to do sometimes. But I think you're so tired of the like cold or clinical environment you once were in, and you're ready for something new. So I'm definitely getting that impression that like you probably will stay in it for the long haul. But it almost feels as though like something else will come up in the meantime. I don't, in the spirit, feel like you may stay forever in the digital nomad art field, you know? I don't know exactly what you're doing, but you start branching out more. I think there's much more to your creativity than you may realize. So we have the Devil here. You're tempted to leave. For some reason, there's something new that's going to open up for you. I don't know what it could be or mean, or a new version of what you're doing right now. Three of Wands. It's not quite as long of a road ahead as you may think. And that's simply because, you are passionate about so many things. I feel as though to say, like, you can't just be held by one thing, you know? It's hard to explain what I'm trying to get at here. You're not just gonna be stuck doing one thing the rest of your life. It doesn't feel like that. It feels like you are sort of at a place where you're open to more. There's too many ideas in you to just be doing one thing. Do you see what I'm saying? Ace of Swords. So that's a good chance, a prime opportunity for success in your life, because you're sort of that go-getter. I mean, you became a doctor, for goodness sake, right? Like, you can do anything and you know it, you realize it, okay? But you're tired. I feel like you became tired of the old life, and the world is really gonna. It's already always been opening up to you, but I feel like because you took that brave step, you're expecting it to open up more. You manifested this for a long time, and again, you are strong. It's not a matter of like, how do you be strong? Like, you already have the strength within you to make anything possible. Seven of Pentacles, yeah. This is probably, at least for the next several months, maybe deep into harvest season, probably gonna be like, maybe not producing as much as you would as a doctor, right? And that's to be expected. At the beginning of any business, it's always a little slow. It's not going to be like picking up right away. Unless, like, I guess you just have wonderful marketing skills. But I'm seeing 10 of Wands, like, you're going to have to really put in the work. You're going to have to clock in the hours. You're going to have to wake up earlier, you know what I mean? Like, just like you did for your job probably. You're just going to have to really put in a lot of effort. Sometimes you have to put in even more work and effort, because if it's something you love doing, you're definitely naturally going to put more energy into it. So don't give up is what I'm hearing. Like, you don't want to give up right now. You have to really give it your all, okay? Ace of Cups. You might lose some passion sometimes. I sort of see for you, like, it flows some months it doesn't. Like, some months you're doing great, or you have a client that pays a lot, perhaps, if they're hiring you for work or something. And then other months it's like, So when it's make sure you save up while you can during the great months, so that it can make up for the losses. Profit and loss, you know what I mean? So, Queen of Cups. Yeah, sometimes it struggles to focus. Come on, focus already. So, yes. I feel to say that people will see the passion behind what you do. People will really evaluate the love behind your creation, and I think you definitely have a unique way about your creation and what you do, and people will notice that. That's all I'm gonna say, and I think that's the moneymaker there. Sun. So there is actually a lot of good news about your business. I feel like I almost see like an article writes about you, or you end up on like some news platform or something like that, and maybe in your country of origin. Like, I don't know, I just feel like there's something more that that you can do. Maybe your work gets featured in a museum or something. So don't ever give up, Two of Pentacles. So yeah, you'll make it happen. You may have to juggle money around, make investments, put some of your savings into your business, to grow it more. swords right now, okay? Since we're about halfway through. So, you asking, let me see, I'm rereading your message really quick, skimming it through, sorry. Just enjoy the rain sounds, I guess. Okay, so I think we can just continue. I think I could just continue with the general messages. Like, what else does Caroline, and my poopsies, of course, need to know about making tough transitions from traditional to non-traditional career routes? What do you need to know about this? Taking a bold leap of faith, jumping ship before the ship sinks, you know? What do you need to know about that path, that scary, independent, self-employment path? Okay. Alright. So we have the Three of Swords. These struggle to focus more. Okay, Three of Swords. I think you're hurting mostly because you're struggling to let go of the past. You're still struggling with last minute doubt about making the decision, about taking the leap. You may have some regret, like, oh, I shouldn't have done this maybe at this point in my life. Like, what if I continued another 5 years? Maybe that would have been a more prime time for me to walk away. But I want you to know that it's okay to have these thoughts. It's okay to have doubt and regret. We have the Chariot, so you just did it. You decided, I'm just gonna do it. It's almost like you didn't even tell anybody. You just did it. Like, it feels that bold. It feels like a strong decision, and I think it definitely surprised a lot of people in your line of work. Like, even if you told friends you were gonna do it, you didn't tell coworkers maybe until like last minute. And I feel like some of them doubted you. I feel like low-key, like some of them maybe thought you were crazy, or maybe thought like, you know, this wasn't the best decision. Like, what is she thinking? You know what I mean? Or what, you know? So, I just want you to know that faith in yourself is what will carry you far. It's not the realistic thing, you know? You know, because let's be real, most doctors would keep their job for the money, right? Like, let's just be honest, right? You know, even if they hate what they do, it's like one of the top paying careers. So, at least in the long run. So, you know, that again just shows how bold you are, and that you're stronger than those coworkers, and you're stronger than somebody who doesn't believe in you. Sorry, I have to whisper really loud because it's pouring outside like crazy. So the Hierophant shows your faith. It shows your strong faith in yourself, and that's in your foundation. This is what will carry you, is your faith more than your strength, okay? Because you're already strong, but faith behind strength makes you unstoppable, all right? I may have to put this mic closer because it's really raining hard, and it's maybe harder for you to hear energy. You have a lot of work you're going to put into this. It's not a problem about that. I think the more you tune in and focus on the love you have for what you do, that will naturally supply you with the energy you need to move forward. King of Pentacles. Don't worry about the past. I would try to let go of, like, you know, your past job was easy. You got used to it after a while, you know. This is going to bring you more challenges. This is going to bring you more excitement, more unpredictability. And that's what you're seeking. It's almost like you love that part of life. You don't want the same boring route. You don't know what you're going to get today kind of energy. Do you know what I'm saying? That's going to give you the energy to keep going. And to work through any challenge will make you unstoppable. And honestly, will pay you more than doctorate in the long haul. Okay? So you have to think long term. Like, no business really grows in a year overnight. You know, it really takes some time. Hell, I'll tell you the story behind my channel. I mean, it took me 3 years to even be able, actually 3.5 years to be able to afford to even move out. And I was only making $2,500 a month. Like, I barely got by. So, and I had to save money, and all that money went in the first month, like literally. So it was hard. I was like full of student loan debt, like, you know. Like, people thought, like, you know, not to ramble too much, but people thought like I was getting hundreds of thousands of views per video and I was killing it, but I really wasn't. So it takes a lot, is what I'm trying to say. It takes a lot. So yeah. It's so loud, I almost want to start soft speaking. I'm like trying so hard to get closer to the mic. You know, Florida's rains are crazy, right? So the star, I think, again, that's a sign, like, it's gonna rain. When it rains, it pours. Like, you're gonna be flowing with wealth pretty soon. Poop season, Carolina, of course. It's really raining hard. So the star shows, like, your work is just, I don't know, it's healing. Like, put some energy to it, put some spirituality to it, put some of your experience into it. You know, don't just make it art, make it like you. Make it a huge part of who you are, okay? And so, you know, allow yourself to really show up as who you are in your work. Make it your encoding, like your DNA in it, you know, maybe show some of your culture, your ethnicity in it, like, make it you, because I feel like your ancestors are coming through to say, like, show us. Show our culture, heritage, and history in your work. I think that's gonna really be the it's just gonna be it. I can't explain in English. The Magician. So, oh my god, if it's raining this much now, I can't believe how much it's going to rain into next year with this super El Nino. I'm actually, like, low-key trying not to freak out. Like, Florida's supposed to get hit the worst, unfortunately, with, like, floods and stuff. Please pray for us, for Florida in general. But, the Magician, so I'm gonna be honest, I thought there was gonna be more negative messages than there actually is. This is very good news for you, okay? This is I'm not even trying to be positive. This is not showing a problem at all, okay? All thumbs up, because you believed in yourself. Yes, there's realistically crap happening. There's, you know, the AI takeover. It's taking people's creative work and efforts. I understand. That's not going to hold you back from making money. In fact, you might even utilize it as part of your work. If if you merge the two together, I kind of see that can work for you too. Maybe not always, maybe once in a blue moon, but it can work for your business too. Okay, so, yeah. Two of Cups. So, again, I keep seeing someone keeps coming through. I don't know if it's a woman or a very feminine male, but someone is really working with you to make this possible. I don't think it's an investor, is it? Let's see. They could come with ideas more than money. They're coming to you for ideas. Knight of Wands, okay? And they're passionate about what you're doing, okay? They want you to succeed. They're not making it about themselves. Yeah, they might have a little bit of an ego, don't we all? But they're not making it about themselves, right? It's not that narcissistic energy. It's sort of like they really want you to succeed, okay? They're not just giving you BS, buttering your biscuit. They're serious. Like, they really believe in what you're doing. So don't be afraid to work with someone else, because a lot of times in business, if you do, that amplifies the energy ninefold. You work with a third person that amplifies the energy 27-fold. You work with a fourth person that amplifies the energy 64-fold. Do you know what I'm saying? The prayer and intent of what you're trying to manifest. So make it happen. I'm not saying work with 10 people, make it a company. I'm saying work with one person. I'm just saying one person. That's it. Okay? One other person to make this possible. If you already doing that, and I'm not describing this person, I'm describing the woman or the feminine male. It's not them. Okay? So it might be someone else you have to work with. The Hanged Man. Be patient though. It feels like the next 12 months, the next year, this will occur. Not maybe right off the bat, but you know, you might start formulating ideas, at least 4 of Swords. I think your work gets featured. I'm gonna be real with you. Like, it could be in art, music videos. Like, it gets featured somewhere significant, somewhere pretty big. Okay. I feel like you already have some connections in that industry. I almost feel like you already have a say, or again, the capital, to really make just stuff happen. You're not helpless, you're not vulnerable, you're not nobody. Like, I almost feel like you already have kind of like a following or a base or built something. What am I seeing here? Like, you didn't just start out of thin air, out of scratch. Like, you've already worked at this for a while. 2 of Wands, Ace of Cups, and maybe you already mentioned it in a past reading. I don't like to look back, as you guys know. 2 of Wands, Ace of Cups, 8 of Pentacles. Yeah, you have some built. You already have years of experience in this field, and you put in so much time, energy, and tension. You waited for the right time, and this was the right time. You did very well. You're going to do very well for yourself. Yeah, I don't think you go back to your doctorates. Like, you might just sort of like look back every now and then. Like 5 years from now, you look back, maybe you visit your old office, and it kind of like inspires you. Maybe you know, throw some of your work in there so they can put it on the wall to remember you by. But yeah, I think you've dominated. You're going to dominate this field. You're going to kill it. King of Wands. Yeah, I don't see a problem here. When the male investor comes on board, the millionaire investor, right? That's when you have to start shaking in your boots. I'll get to it when the time comes. I'm not going to read into it too much, but there's a whole separate energy associated and attached with big big money, right? I'll talk about that when the time comes. Okay, so what the hell was that noise? Okay, anyway, probably something fell outside from the wind. Oh, okay, someone was starting their truck. Never mind, it's the neighbor. so let's see. One final outcome card. Three of Pentacles. Yeah, teamwork makes the dream work. So, not to bear. It bears repeating itself, but not to sound like a broken record here. You have to believe and trust that others will help you get to where you want to be, okay? You can't do this alone. Rarely can we ever do things by ourselves anyway. Oh, that's the one more, so I have to get going, but it's been over half an hour anyway, so thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you, Caroline, for booking. TonyBomboni.com for your own future reading, healing, or custom ASMR. I hope this inspired you. If you're deciding to walk away from something that no longer makes you happy, that you can pursue your passion safely, knowing that everything will work out. This is your confirmation. Take care, poopsies.